Hi, so it's April 5th, again, 2017. It is 12 p.m. and I just want to go around the perimeter of my home and show how completely dry it is everywhere except for where the neighbor's water is coming out from their drainage system. So I'm going to start right here in my driveway. I hope this is filming. So that's the front of my house right there. And I'm just going to show where the water's coming out from the sump pump here. And there it is coming out from that pipe right there. That's coming out from my basement. Okay, so here it is being discharged onto the street. It's been running for over 48 hours now, and it's still pumping out quite a large amount of water. Like I said, it is handling both the water from the neighbor's property and my property, and it's an old sump pump, so it's very hard for it to handle all that water. If I turn the sump pump off, then I get a huge pond in my backyard, like huge, which I showed in another video. But anyway, so here's where their water's coming out again, which I already showed. So you can see how much water is on the ground here. It's a little pond here. Whoa! Okay, I almost just fell in it. Okay, so now over here is pretty dry, so you can see that water, we've never had a water issue before. There's no water right here. I'm sure it is seeping in underground. So far I've only had a little bit of water in my basement, but you know, I do need to do something with this situation to prevent any future damage, because as you can see, this is really not right. Okay, so I'm just going to show how dry all this ground is right here. So that's the foundation of my house. See how dry? Everything is very dry all around my house here. There is some water coming out from here. This is the gutter, but it's really not a lot. And everything back here is dry, 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 dry. This is my yard. You can see the whole yard is dry. Everything is dry here. The only water that's coming is over here from their pump. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll try to kind of go along the path of it so you can see it. When there's a lot of water, it does run right down into my backyard. But right now you can just kind of see where it's at. And you can see this is the property line right where this bush is right here. So they have not installed any kind of catchment, like any kind of, I don't know what you call it. A dry well is what I would call it, which is basically like an underground basin where the water can just be collected. They don't send their water out onto the street because it's technically illegal unless you apply to the town for permission, which I guess they haven't done. And I don't know when they installed this drainage system. It was probably about a year ago, or maybe less than a year. It was sometime after my grandmother passed away, and she passed away in May of 2016. They did have their basement guy, as they call him, come out to inspect the situation after I asked them to, but they haven't made any changes. And when the guy came out, I actually stayed home from work to talk to him, and he came charging out into the yard and started yelling at me, saying I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm talking about, and this is the way it's always done. When I went to the town and complained, however, the guys at the town engineering department said this is not the way it's done, and they should never have installed it like this. Now, I don't know if they did this to save money, or they just did it on the recommendation of the guy who installed it, or I hope to God they didn't do it deliberately to dump water so that it would route through my sump pump out into the street. But anyway, so that's the situation, and yes, the yard is completely dry back here, as you can see. We don't really get water in our yard, thank God. Not naturally occurring water anyway, just the water that they're pumping out into the yard. So there you have it. Okay, and now we'll just show one more little view of this water here. There we go, you can see it. It's coming out a lot. It's very deep at this point. Okey-doke. So that is that. And let's just hope it doesn't rain anymore.